Welcome to the channel, everyone. It's my first video. We're downtown Toronto at Yonge and College. Seems to be a lot of police here, but no protesters as far as I can see. But if they're around, we will find them. Thanks for joining me, and here we go. I walked up through this area down from Bloor Street, and I counted maybe 2-3 dozen cop cars just on a College from Yonge to Bay.
And then 10 minutes later, she's giving that I drove into her.
But no protesters. I was up by DuPont and saw about a dozen protesters with Free Tibet signs, but I don't think this is why all the police are here right now. A lot of unmarked cop cars, a lot of police. It's been closed off from Bloor down Queen's Park all the way to College for 3 days now, because they said they're anticipating protesters. But I haven't seen any, I've only seen police. Got some horses here, police on horseback. Not a big fan of that, just because it's not very nice for the animals. I think they've banned it some places because it hurts the animals' feet on the pavement. All about riding horses, just not on pavement. You do you. I'm sure the city is spending a pretty penny on all these cops sitting around getting ready for who knows what. It's pretty rainy today. Oh, more police on horses. So we're at College and Bay now. I saw on the Toronto City website that they shut this stretch down from College at Queen's Park all the way to Yonge earlier today because of protesters. But I asked 2 different sets of police, more police on horses. I asked 2 different sets of police if they've seen any protesters, and they said not yet. Feel free to make comments on where you guys would like me to go. Share, like, subscribe if you want to. It's my first time doing this, so I'm learning.
I don't want to fuck it up, Dad. It's too hard.
Hopefully this will be the first of many videos for me, but just getting my feet wet literally as we give this a go. been pretty cold in Toronto, so today's not too bad. It's just wet. If the video quality isn't awesome right now, it's because I'm trying to save data, but hopefully once I've tried it a few times I can bump up the video quality. Ontario recently made it illegal to protest near hospitals and I think long-term care, which is why they've shut this all down over the past 2 weekends. It's kind of Hospital Row, where all the hospitals are. But right above that is where the Ontario government sits, and that's where people have been going to protest. I don't see any messages in the live chat yet. Feel free to leave messages, comments. Again, I don't really know what I'm doing this first time. Just trial by fire. We might just be going on a nice walk around Toronto to see if there's any protesters or see if it's mostly police. Maybe there's more tomorrow. I think most people are probably in Ottawa right now. I saw live footage from there, and looks like at least 5,000 people, maybe more. There's a great YouTuber there who's been recording everything Ottawa Walks. He's been showing all the footage from Ottawa. My phone is beeping, so I might be getting messages, but I don't know how to check them while I'm recording, so I'll have to check those later. So, another dump truck, City of Toronto, blocking Queen's Park. We'll walk up there and see if there's anyone up there. And I see some cop cars down this way as well. I don't know if they're blocking. It doesn't appear to be blocking anything. But this is Hospital Row right here. A lot of the city's main hospitals are on this stretch right here. Maybe we turn around and go up Queen's Park. That's where most people have been gathering. I walked by it earlier. I didn't see anyone, but I was pretty far away up on Bloor Street, so there might be people there now. Alright, I couldn't see them from Bloor. We're also really close to the University of Toronto here, so a lot of students in the area. Just going for a stroll. I know in the news they've been saying like protesters are anticipated for Toronto. That's why they blocked it off starting on Wednesday. A lot of people have been saying that's kind of like the protesters in Ottawa said that to kind of throw police off their trail or kind of disinformation or whatever. Whether it's true or not, who knows? So this is the first day, state of emergency in Ontario. Basically, I saw that with the state of emergency, it's going to give police powers to arrest people blocking 400 series highways. So that would be the border crossing down in Windsor. And issue them a maximum of 1 year in prison and $100,000 fine for that protest. I don't know if that applies for regular like city streets, but they said for 400 series highways in Ontario. And in the press conference, Ontario's Premier Doug Ford said these measures are temporary for the 400 series highway, but they plan on making them permanent. So in the future, no one will be able to do it going forward. Oh, we got City TV news here, global news. Have you guys seen any protesters? No, eh? Yeah, me neither. I've been walking around. Cool. Thank you very much. A lot of news cameras. Hi there. Have you seen any protesters? I haven't seen them either.
Not one.
Yeah. Thank you. I think the news and the police were anticipating a lot of protesters showing up, but doesn't seem to be anyone here. I think they're all in Ottawa, or they're waiting till tomorrow, or who knows, maybe they're hiding somewhere where I don't know where they are. But if they're around here, we'll find them. So this is Ontario's, I want to say legislative. I don't know what the word is. It's where the Ontario government, I guess, sits and makes all the rules. Pretty wet. The gimbal I'm holding for the camera is getting a little wet. Hopefully that's okay. If you're a cyclist, you love this because there's no cars here. You can just rip around the circle as much as you want. Again, you get pretty wet. The weather might have something to do with why there's no one out today. Maybe most people are planning for tomorrow. But yeah, I've asked 3 officers, those news crews. I'm sure if you watch the news, you'll see them saying on the news that this is all closed down because they're anticipating protesters. But I haven't found any. We'll try to go as long as my battery lasts here. Do a circle around here, see if we find anyone, and I guess we can head back down to Yonge and College, but doesn't look like there's anyone out tonight. Everyone got the memo that the police weren't going to allow anyone in here. Pretty quiet for a Friday night, but it's also pretty early. Hi there. Have you seen any protesters? No. Okay, thank you very much. So, no one just yet. Last weekend in Toronto, there was a fairly big protest up by Bloor and Queen's Park. But there doesn't seem to be any today. It's kind of like looking for Bigfoot. You know he's out there, just don't know where.
You get it? Put it back to the good deck. Put it back to the good deck. Put it back inside.
So if you can see in the distance, there's cop cars blocking into here from way over there as well. I want to say that's Devonshire, but I'm not sure. I think it is. I hear sirens in the distance, but... And up here is where the protest was last weekend. You can see that the police up there have everything kind of blocked off. That's Bloor up there. You can go down this way. See if those sirens are leading us to anything. I think they're probably just trying to get through traffic. I don't know if you can hear the bells, but they're pretty sure they're coming from that church. Super quiet. Kind of reminds you of like the beginning of the pandemic where no one would go out and the streets were just completely empty. This is very reminiscent of that. Ghost town. Zombie apocalypse. Over here and check things out. It's definitely wet out. Reminds me of Vancouver. If you guys like this video, want to see more of these videos, maybe head up to Ottawa, check things out. Please like, share, and subscribe. Get to that 1,000 subscriber mark. Hope it doesn't take too long. Definitely gonna need to. Oh, you can really hear the music now. Not sure which church that is, but I think it's on Harvard. Or maybe I'm on Harvard, I'm not. We shall see at this intersection. I think that's Harvard. Definitely was planning to stay out quite a bit tonight, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, what are we at here? Devonshire, yeah, I thought it was Devonshire. trying to wave at him. Have you seen any protesters tonight?
I don't know. I've been on this post, buddy.
Yeah, but there's no one been coming through here, eh?
Not that I've seen. I don't know. Sorry.
Cool. Thanks for your help. Cheers.
Only to be fair, like, I think we don't know.
I think most cities, Toronto and Quebec City included, don't want to have what happened in Ottawa happen here. So they just block everything off way ahead of time so no one can set up protests with vehicles and stuff like that. So just block everything off every weekend. So if anyone's wondering, we're on Devonshire, headed up to Bloor. Bloor and Avenue, where it meets, I think Queen's Park, is where they have the most blockades. When I walked through there earlier, there's a bus with kids, and the driver got out to talk to the cops, and it's just like, these kids have to be dropped off like inside of the area that's blocked off. And the cop was kind of saying like, oh, you can't go in there. And he's like, well, these kids have to go home, you know? How am I supposed to get in? I think the police were going to let him drive in because he was a bus driver. There was obviously kids in the bus. I didn't see how that turned out. But yeah, it's definitely a nuisance. So this is Varsity Stadium, I want to say. Yeah, Varsity Center. Saw a lot of police on the horses at the beginning. A friend told me the reason why the police like to use the horses is because it's like super intimidating to be next to a giant horse. Like it's kind of like an intimidation tactic. People don't mess around. Which makes sense. I just feel bad for the horses. Definitely a show of force when someone rolls up on a horse. So I don't know how many police cars I've seen in the little roundabout so far, but it's got to be pushing 60, at least 60, maybe more, blocking off the area. Most of them were all parked up, set up, ready to go on College between Yonge and Bay. There's like a huge depot of them there. I think probably 3 dozen of them were there alone. And a lot of them were unmarked cop cars, along with like the 8 cops we saw on horses. going around here up to Bloor and Avenue, Bloor and Queen's Park, where the main demonstration was last weekend and where they've got it all blocked off right now. That's where I saw the bus driver trying to get through. Traffic seems to be moving pretty smoothly here. Not illegal to honk in Toronto as far as I know, so if you hear some honkers, you might find protesters. Even though they made it illegal to honk in Ottawa, you still do see the occasional people honking there. It's not crazy like it was before, disturbing everyone. I did see footage of police arresting an elderly man in Ottawa for honking his minivan. It looked like it was like a suburban street, not downtown, and he saw a truck with Canadian flags on it, and he honked to support, and the police arrested him. I don't know anything else besides that. Glass is getting pretty drizzly right now. Might have to clean them off. Put the camera down here for a second and dry them off for a second. There we go. Oh, I'm really wet. Didn't even notice. Try and protect me a little bit from the rain, and more so the gimbal. Been going for about 35 minutes now. Walking around the city, having a looky-loo. Again, thanks for tuning in. My very first video live from Toronto. Here's the main blockade that they set up last weekend. I believe they took it down Sunday night and put it back up on Wednesday, so it was open for Monday and Tuesday, and then they shut it down again. They got all the dump trucks. And yeah, this is Avenue Road up there. Blocked everything off since Wednesday. It's been like this. No protesters in sight. I think they're all in Ottawa. Yeah, nothing as far as I can see. If they were going to show up, now would be an opportune time, but I don't think they are.
Yeah, the good thing is that
Okay, let's keep going. Maybe we'll find someone.
they haven't realized that our beginning, that's why I'm using this time to scale back up. So that's why
So we're on Bloor Street West, heading east, live on YouTube. I think if there's going to be people out protesting, they would probably be on Yonge Street. You can go check it out. Yonge and College. That's where they shut it down earlier today. That wasn't shut down earlier in the week. They just shut it down as of today because they said something about demonstrations, protests. If you're joining us, it's just after 6 p.m., I believe, downtown Toronto. Looking for any protesters. I did see some earlier, but not connected with any of the people in Ottawa. They were protesting Free Tibet. And they were up by St. George and near DuPont. I don't know what's up there. Maybe like an embassy or a consulate or something. I don't know. There's about a dozen of them protesting. Never been to Toronto before, welcome. Currently walking through Yorkville on Bloor Street West. Hopefully it stops raining.
Whoever, I'm happy to.
We did see all the news earlier. over by where were we? Over by Wellesley and Queens Park. They had all the news there, global, CTV, City News. They all camped out there, looking like they were waiting for something. Maybe they know something I don't. We can go down Bay here. I'll bring us a little bit more people going this way. We'll go down to Yonge and then we'll loop back over on Wellesley, see if the news cameras are still there. Very quiet for a Friday evening. Restrictions still in place in Ontario. 50% capacity, yada yada, all that stuff.
Yes, I know that there.
Getting a little busier over here. Okay, we are at Yonge Street. Yonge and Bloor, we'll head down and see what's up. Don't know how far I've walked so far, but definitely getting my steps in today.
What is it called? Is it baseball?
Anyone sees the top of my umbrella, it's because it's super windy right now. So we're at Young and Charles. Going on 45 minutes now. Just walking around, seeing what's up. Haven't found anyone protesting. You guys are watching. I'm going to try and do another video tomorrow night here in Toronto. Around the same time. People probably more likely to come out tomorrow night if they are coming out, or if it's just not happening this weekend, we shall see. I'll be live around the same time, 5:30, 6. If I see people are out earlier in the day, I'll come out earlier in the day and see what's going on. So again, we're walking down Yonge Street. We're at Yonge and Isabella. About 10 minutes away from the 1 hour mark. Walking up here on Yonge Street at Gloucester. I do have my first comment here. I can see it. It says VOM red. Not sure what that means, but thank you for commenting. Please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the support. Every YouTube channel starts with 1 subscriber. And then that's how people go from 1 to, 1,000, 100,000, million, etc. Gotta start somewhere. Still raining, but not too bad. It was definitely worse earlier. Not using the umbrella, it's too windy, it gets in the way. Let me know how the audio is. I was gonna buy a mic for the audio, but don't know if I need it. Just when it gets windy, I'm sure it gets a little crackly. We're coming up just past 6:30 p.m. here at Yonge and Wellesley. I believe down this street is where we saw all the news crews earlier, but there wasn't any people. I don't see anyone down there right now. We'll check it out later on the way back up. We're coming down on where we started the video at Yonge and College, where all the police cars were parked ready to go. We saw all the police police on horses. We'll see if it still looks the same. If there's anything anyone wants to see on the channel, feel free to leave a comment. I'll try to check it out. Now that I can go live at any time, if I see something, I can just go live immediately and capture it. And you will see it as it happens. little segue. Thanks for watching and supporting the channel. If anyone knows of anything going on in Toronto, please send a comment, message, live chat. I will go check it out. This was our starting point earlier at the corner of College, Carleton, and Yonge. So very interesting. When we were here an hour ago, there was maybe 2-3 dozen cop cars here, and it appears like they've almost all cleared out. I see like maybe half a dozen right now. Hi. Is there a protest going on somewhere? So this is still blocked off. Excuse me, is there a protest going on somewhere?
Well, we're anticipating truckers coming through, so
But there isn't any right now.
as of right now, no.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So yeah, nothing going on. Yeah, when we were here earlier, every spot from Yonge on College all the way over to Bay, there wasn't a single spot on each side that didn't have a cop car, undercover cop car, trailer for the horses. It was packed. So I don't know where they've all gone. Maybe down Yonge. Yeah, this is still being blocked off. Oh, streetcars can go through. Damn, I should hop on the streetcar. Okay, maybe I'll walk down this way a little bit, and then we'll probably be ending the live stream soon, and I'll start it back up if I find anything, and start it back up tomorrow night or tomorrow during the day if there's anything going on. Yeah, if people watching, if you remember when we started the video, the street was just packed on every single way. It was loaded with cops. They're all gone now. All right, I think that's it for tonight, everyone. Thanks for joining. Please like, share, and subscribe if you feel like it. And we'll see you again soon. Cheers.